just like putting this off. This is nuts. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Nick here and I'm super pumped. I just bought two new EDFs, both 64mm EDFs. They're going to be two little brothers to my Freewing Loopish. So I was able to pick up two used planes. One is it's the 3er 64mm Freewing Stinger, which is really exciting. I would have liked to get a red one, but a blue one came up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And the second one that I bought was an F22 Raptor. Super excited about that. Runs off 3S and 4S. So I think I'm probably the most pumped to fly the F22, which is going to be super interesting. So we'll check out those babies and you'll see them up close and personal. Now they're not going to look too beautiful. They are used planes, but when they're in the air, that's all that matters. That zoom factor. All right, let's check them out. Alright, so we're going to try the Stinger 64 on 4S. I'm going to keep it pretty short. I'll probably just come down after 2.5. Now I need to put on my switch, so I'm only flying at maximum 70% throttle. Otherwise I'm going to burn the ESC out. Now my launch switch, do I want to use it? Oh. Oh. That's better. It's a bloody dodgy launch, let me tell you that much. Alright. It's a pretty quiet EDF, this one. I'm having to hold back a little for the 4S battery, so that's good. It means he's flying at a reasonable CG because I can't move that battery any further forward. Oh, this is bloody painful, I tell you, trying to launch this thing. That Loopish has spoilt me. I'm just yanking and banking at the moment. I haven't even bothered doing any rudder input. So I've limited the throttle to about 70% when I put the 4S packs in. So what are we coming up now? Just over 2 minutes. I'm going to consider, I'll do one more pass and I'll land, because I don't know what this pack is capable of. Land in the crappy grass. So that canopy's not held on by much. All the bits and bobs pushing it out. Alright, that was just about 3 minutes. I'm gonna check the cells on this baby and maybe go for another one. So here we go. Let's try this. Oh man. I mean, it's barely got enough kick just to get off the ground, to get out of my hands. That's full throttle. It's not a real joy to fly. This needs a 4S system. I mean, it looks nice and smooth when she comes in, but this plane needs to be on 4S. One minute 30. Doesn't sound as good as the Lipish either. She just doesn't have the get up and go. I think you need to keep this plane at least 70% throttle to feel like you've got any kind of authority to get out of trouble. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's a challenge to be up in the air, but once you're up, it's okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to come around because we are at almost our 3 minutes. I'm not gonna push it any further. Oh, beauty. So guys, how do I feel about this this Stinger 64? Well, it put a sour taste in my mouth when I put the P15 Lipish into the dirt. That was just horrifying. Oh no. Oh man. my Lipish, my baby. On 4S she goes better than 3S. She's faster. I had to limit the throttle to around about 70%, so I did that just on my transmitter. Obviously, she's kind of slow. Slow on 3S and relatively slow on 4S as well compared to the Lipish. That power system is much better in that jet. I think it's newer and it's just more capable. That power system in the Lipish is designed for 4S and competently runs on 3S as well. This one here is only designed for 3S. So putting the 4S, there was always a risk of burning out an ESC or burning out a motor. That's why I limited the power output to 70%. So it's still only drawing a maximum of 29 to 30 amps at full throttle, which is what the 3S was pulling. I just hooked up my Turnigy watt meter just to check that all out and make sure, just to see what it was pulling at 4S and where I needed to peg it back. Originally, when I was testing it, I set it to like 50% and it was only pulling like 17 amps. So I just gradually bumped it up until I was happy that the maximum amps that it would pull was about 29 to 30 amps, so same as 3S. And the test showed that it had more thrust at that point anyway, so I guess that's relative to the kV of the motor and the voltage that's going through the motor. So same amperage but more thrust, so that's kind of interesting. The landings are good. The Stinger comes in to land pretty well. I'm less worried about the Stinger coming in than I am usually about the Lipish. Mixed feelings about this morning. I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest. I'm not getting a lot of joy out of it. I get way more fun out of that Lipish. It was fun to try something new, but if you're going to get a Stinger 64, I would definitely recommend 4S. Even if you've only got 3S packs, don't buy it. It's just too underpowered. It's harder to throw. If this was a natural 4S, I'd have way more punch than what this runs on 4S because I limited it to 70%. Don't make the mistake that I did and spend $100 on a plane that is so. Again, hope you're well and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.